I just love nature. I love the mountains. I love the trees. I love the sagebrush. I love the dirt. I love nature. And one of the reasons why I love nature so much is because of the messages that nature gives so abundantly and so freely. Austin here with Hope to Cope, checking in today to remind you that you are a miracle and you have a purpose. So today I worked with a 10-year-old child. And this is a child who's had a pretty rough life. And this was our first time meeting today. And I had a selection of my books on the shelf, and I said, look at those books and see which one stands out to you. And the one she picked was my book called Messages from Nature. And I said, why does that book stand out to you? And she said, well, I just love nature. So I had her go through the pictures of the book and pick one of the pictures that stood out to her. And she picked a picture that stood out to her, and I read to her what the message was, and it was right in alignment with where she's at in her life. And I said, hey, would you like to get your own message today? She said, yeah. And so I said, okay, we're going to do a mindfulness exercise. We're going to take some deep breaths, and then we're going to go outside, and whatever draws your attention, ask, what message do you have for me today? She said, okay. So we took a few deep breaths, and then I guided her outside, and I said, okay, what draws your attention? And she said, the mountains. I said, okay, go ahead and ask the mountains, what message do you have for me today? And she did. And then she started writing down the thoughts she had. And then I asked her afterwards, I said, would you be willing to share what you wrote? And she said, yeah. And she wrote, the mountains were tall and rocky. And I said, okay, what does that mean about you? She says, well, they stand out. I said, yeah. And I said, have you ever struggled in life feeling like you're afraid to be seen and that you kind of hide? And she said, yeah. And so I said, so what is the message? What is the mountain's message for you today? And she said, be brave. I said, okay, awesome. And be brave and you're okay. So those are the two things she got, you're okay and be brave. And then I said, okay, is there anything else out here that draws your attention? And she saw these flowers, these wildflowers. She says, wildflowers. I said, okay, ask them, what message do you have for me? And she wrote down some things and she shared, they have pretty flowers and green stems. And I said, okay, what's the message for you? And she said, the message she got was, you were smart. I said, okay, awesome. And then what does it mean? So if you notice that there are green stems and pretty flowers, what does that mean about you? And then she kind of looked down a little bit and gave a little smile, and she says, I'm feeling a little shy right now. I said, okay. What is it? What was that thought? What was that thought you had? And she said, that I'm pretty. I said, yeah, so you're smart, you're pretty, you're okay, you're brave. And these are just messages that came by taking a few deep breaths, stepping outside, and paying attention to what do you notice and writing it down. And then we went back into the office, and I said, you can do this anytime. And she said, oh, your office plant just got my attention. And I said, okay, what's the message there? And so she took a deep breath. She asked, what message do you have for me? And the answer she got was, you're going to be okay. And she said the whole thing for her was she was shocked that she got all these messages and how easily and quickly they came from nature. And so I want to share with you that wherever you're at in your life right now, whatever it is that you're going through, nature has a message for you, a message of hope. So whatever you're doing, if you can today, take a few deep breaths, step outside, pay attention, what draws your attention, and go to it and ask, what message do you have for me today? And then write down the message that comes. And then if you'd be willing, come back to this video, share your experience, comment below, because these messages that come are profound. And if you were able to receive that message and share, that blesses you, but also blesses us as well. So remember, you're a miracle, you have a purpose. This life is beautiful and worth living. You're not alone. You're not alone. And all of nature is here to support you as well. So thank you for being you. Thank you for being here with me today. Remember, I'm here at Hope to Cope every day, checking in with a message of hope and to remind you that you are a miracle and you have a purpose. Thank you for being you. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.